The Red Templars swarming Haven were proof enough.
We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
Gosh. I can't cut through my cinnamon roll. It's hard. Well, days old before I tried to eat these leftover cinnamons from Pizza Hut. Not even leftover. I didn't eat any. Only my son did. Yes, that's what everybody wants to talk about on a
Are
recording.
you angrier at Corypheus or Samson?
I don't know. Samson at least should know better. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
Strangest thing. When I reached down, my dagger was gone. Just gone. You know where I found it? In a barrel. The thing was filled to the brim with daggers. Got the strangest feeling. I know someone took it right off my belt, but I can't recall who.
Hope this hawk hair goes. I forgot to delete a bunch of saves. Ugh. Whatever. Turn where you're supposed to be. Oh, the eyes are already shiny. What? Well, that obviously didn't work.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
You
Let's
and I
back
did fight
out
him
of
after
this.
all.
You've already dropped half a mountain on the bastard. I'm sure anything I can tell you pales in comparison. If the Wardens have disappeared, they... No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave. Inquisitor,
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Saying I did that. Didn't think I just totally screwed up. Because it's not the X, or the A button or whatever. Alright, hair of... There we go. Ooh. plenty of eyelashes and plenty of eyeliner. Yeah, yeah, we gotta get the eyebrows off because they're overlapping. Just color your eyeshadow. What kind of lip color is that? It's supposed to be red pink. What's wrong with the shine? Oh, it's because it's Jennifer's complexion. Because it's a complexion. Here's the eyebrows. Really like this perfect head already. Blue eyes. With the I have to go. More of a Solas Island, which I don't want to go out too far. There we go. Just did like that on the Solas. Yeah, eyebrow. Has to be none because it's modded.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
You've already dropped half a mountain on the bastard. I'm sure anything I can tell you pales in comparison.
Oh, I don't know. You did save a city from a horde of rampaging Kunari.
I don't see how that really applies. Or is there a horde of rampaging Kunari I don't know about?
Fortunately, that's one problem we don't have.
Oh, too
So,
bad I
then,
don't have Iron Bolt.
What can I tell you?
Varric said that you
one
fought Corypheus
Kunari.
before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn
Use
to
my hair
influence them.
mod.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control
Sure,
again.
it worked and didn't get overridden and all that.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible, but we need to
Man,
know more
that looks
first.
pretty.
I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something
my
unrelated
face
for
didn't
me.
look that pretty.
His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form
Oh,
of
she's
lyrium.
so pretty.
It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully, my friend in the Wardens will know more.
I appreciate the help.
I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Why did you step down as Viscountess?
I told you that the Templars in Kirkwall were using red lyrium. It made them paranoid, and eventually they turned on me. I left Kirkwall to try to find out more. Never imagined it would lead me to Corypheus.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. There was a voice in him, driving him toward justice for the mages. So loud that it drowned everything out, even me.
I don't even... I know I set this up. I don't remember playing it. Like, how do you keep Anders alive with the Templars?
I heard that you two were
I thought,
close.
When someone betrays you like that, it takes a long time to get past it. I don't know if we ever have. But I can't just give up on him. He'd be here now if it was anyone after me but the Wardens. Anders used to be a Grey Warden. Whatever is going on with him, I couldn't risk exposing him to it. That went poorly the first time we met Corypheus.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
My sister's a Grey Warden. I had my friend Aveline take her as far from Orlais as possible. When all the Wardens started acting strangely, I had to keep my family safe. I'm never really happy leaving Anders alone. But once I realized Wardens were acting strangely, I had no choice. I've seen Corypheus affect Anders' mind before. If he was involved, I couldn't risk it happening again.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back, or maybe it's all Tevinter magic. But he was dead, I swear it.
Assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Hawk did not look directly at the dam. Hot character I just made. You're too pretty. I need to get that wire unloaded because okay, and then get mad at ferret time, and oh, I need to open Storm Coast.
How much did you need?
Box yet? Wants to talk again. Look at that.
Someone left sliced plums on the windowsill again. The juice is attracting flies. There are spiders everywhere. The plums were right in front of me, but I can't quite recall who took them.
Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
I can't promise anything. We need every resource for the task at hand.
Everything has to have a purpose, right? Well, don't worry, this will too. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Verschel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up, so I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
All right, Sarah. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere.
get her side braid back, yes.
Of course.
Going well, I hope?
So, who's Scout Harding, really?
Me? Oh, I'm no one. Lived near Redcliffe all my life. Herded sheep for my neighbor. When the Inquisition came through my village, I helped by telling them everything I knew about the area. Then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before it was swallowed up by... that thing out there.
I should go.
What's the chant say about this? I never paid attention.
I thought he kicked in the maker's door. He made them dark sword. That's why it's blight. And we have to keep wardens
School
out
did not load seeds?
Still miss that bloody sword.
I totally
It was a
forgot.
good blade.
Judge him. Forgot to look for a throne.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment, where you will sit in judgment.
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you. You recall Gerion Alexius of the Winter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination, on your own life, no less. De Winter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former magister as you see fit.
I remember what would have happened to Thedas if his treachery had succeeded.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
What's this? You can make anybody tranquil? Thought you could only make that one guy tranquil.
Your magic was theoretically impossible, Alexius. I could use people like you. Your sentence is to serve, under guard, as a researcher on all things magical for the Inquisition.
No execution? Very well.
Yeah, the seeds are available because of the golden nug, right? Because I remember when I went to a second PS4 account, had to like collect them all over again. Annoying. Oh, play some rooms. Open up the storm coast. Oh, here we go. You are being turned on. It even has a pot. Doesn't have that many active skills then. Oh, whatever. I guess I'm making a video about recruiting people, or else I am going to bed. Once I turn it on, I get involved. To get my hawk hair mod, that thing's floating way up there. Huh?
Are you all right, Leliana? Are you? I suppose not. Haven was trying. Have you heard anything? Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
Got to check on the crafting.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
I wanted to see if I took out the white armor, if it allowed me to craft it higher.
This might interest you, sir.
Stupid reason. I don't need to view you up close. Well, what do you even look like?
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir. I've news, sir.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Need a logging stand.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
What is it?
This could help us. Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
Stop.
What is it?
This could help us.
What? I just suddenly said the crust. Old quests were done. Ugly. Oh, I forgot. So, yeah, critical. Not parry. Hmm? I don't even know what that means. Huh? I don't even know what that means.
Word for you.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
First, I forgot I hadn't been here yet. Alright, Bull. What do you have to say when I come late? Which I only did because I didn't want to get too much experience. I'm supposed to be spamming attacks.
Chargers! Stand down! Trim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. Inquisitor,
They don't have
glad
the
you could
makeup
make it.
on him.
Come on, have a seat.
For him.
Drinks will be here in a minute.
Because they did the other time. Like, what? We're supposed to be promoting that this is a guy, not a girl, and yet you put makeup on him.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have him check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us
Pointing
fight.
your weapon
We're
at
expensive,
people.
but we're worth it.
These stupid scenes of
And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Wouldn't cost you anything personally. Unless you want to buy drinks later. Your ambassador, what's her name? Josephine. We'd go through her and get the payments set up. Gold will take care of itself. Don't worry about that. All that matters is we're worth it.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
They're a Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards and city watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the Venatori. Tevinter's bad enough without some crazy cult making them worse. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to you, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
That was a new sentence. Venter's bad enough without a crazy cult. I don't think he knew that. Because, yeah, I always pick him up immediately, and he doesn't know that yet.
What would you send home in these reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Qunari want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart. You let me send word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
Invasion is a great thing to do when the whole damn world is falling apart.
You're a Qunari spy, and you just told me.
Heard a lot of stories about Haven. No idea which ones are
Oh.
true. But I get that this Corypheus guy needs killing. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
What's in these Ben Hasrath reports you're offering to share?
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth a damn, she'll put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
All right, you're in.
Glad to hear it, boss. Krem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks,
Boss
Chief?
gets put
We
in
just
alright.
opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tervinter, right? Try blood. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
I think somebody made a point to make sure there's no makeup on Krem now, because there was before. Maybe I was using a different makeup mod that applied to everybody. That winged thing I'm using applies to everybody. Ow. See, I didn't finish up with Cole.
So, Solas, you go into the Fade on purpose when you dream? Just to hang out?
Yes. The Fade holds a trove of memories to explore. Spirits know secrets lost to this world.
Yeah, but they're spirits. You can't treat them like people.
Would many not say the same of Qunari?
Ah, no. Because Qunari don't go around trying to possess people and turn them into abominations.
Instead, you conquer them and turn them into servants of the Qun.
Oh, come on!
Great first conversations we have with people. I don't know, did they do a patch that actually updated banter at some time? Very immediately, you hire somebody and you get a conversation. I don't remember that happening. And I have the more banter mod, but I don't remember it happening. Isn't there a thing right here? Yes?
Reminds me of
What's
the
wrong with
Heron,
you?
only colder.
Not flashing. These webs weren't here before on the consoles. Trampoline is a road. Forget that my staff is moving constantly. And I couldn't move my body. That is playing with an archer so I can walk. Are there not dark spawn in here? I don't get that until I have black wall. Well, she said conducting a search for the wardens. Enemies ahead.
Those must be the bandits Harding met.
And they both go down at once. How a skulls thing. I did not read my specializations. No, you're not supposed to be popping up and you're getting my way. And you're not gonna go away. Things are not supposed to pop up. Alarms only. That's not an alarm. Does this mean they won't pop up? I don't know. App icons only. Is that what they mean? Okay, yeah, I didn't finish. Oh, who needed a weapons? Right now, Iron Bull has nothing. course, we covered up your butterfly already. Only works with his lowest armor. What? Oh, I ran out of points. Where's this one? Stop beeping, phone.
the Inquisition could determine the nature of these objects.
These must be the missing soldiers.
We should see that their families are notified.
Our men were murdered by a group called the Blades of Assyrian.
If you're interested, it looks like we can challenge their leader.
It looks like the bandits are camped further along the beach.
Okay, that's a yes, because they have a logging stand. I can just go like this. Well, that.
So, Cole, you're a spirit. Demon. Thing.
Yes. And you're the Iron Bull. Afraid of demons.
Not fond of them, no. But you and I are fine as long as you don't do any weird crap.
Lying awake, sheets soaked in sweat, afraid to call the Tomasserans. Shadows make shapes in the dark. If it gets in my head, how do I cut it out? Itching, shaking, tears slide cold down my cheeks. Tama, I'm scared.
Yeah, weird crap like that. Pretty much what I meant.
Whoa! Not hurt, I'm fine, don't worry. And there we are. Whoops. They're not gonna attack me yet, are they? Why do I automatically have fire around me? I have fire and ice around me at the same time. I always wondered, I don't know if this game, if they contradict each other when you use spells. Crooked, hello. Now I can make my garden inventory. So much more greenery growing on this thing.
Someone's come with a challenge.
The others failed.
Where's the bookos? Books.
So you would challenge the blades of Hasarian?
Oh, tall dude. You don't fit in the camera.
You killed soldiers of the Inquisition. We cannot let this stand.
You want justice? Claim it.
All these passive things I have automatically erupts into ice and frost on ice and fire on him.
It's done. As long as everyone here respects the outcome.
At your service.
Yeah, I know we have to talk to some dude.
You alright?
I was just a girl. Ryan, did you borrow my knife? No.
Hello.
Your worship, the blades of Hasarian are at your service. If you want eyes on the coast, here we are.
You and your blades are loyal to the Inquisition?
We're loyal to you. I suppose that's the same thing, your worship.
So there's no ill will over what happened with your former boss?
The man was a bastard. You're not the first to stand up to him. You're just the first to win, and we're happy with that. Besides, I would rather swear my life to the Herald of Andraste.
I've not heard of the Blades of Hasarian.
Our work is often misunderstood, but we serve Andraste and whoever proves worthy of wielding us.
Do you have anything to report?
Nothing of note, your worship.
Do you have anything to report?
Nothing of note, your worship.
I should go.
Safe travels, your worship.
See? Told you.
Alright, alright.
Did you hear about Haven?
Just rumors.
I have a feeling most of them are true.
Alright, I'm done here for now. Let's see. Pick up Miss Enchanter. Since it's just a spot, not a. Need to travel there. Psst, the loading screen has to be made with her on it. Who did that? Seriously, who did that? Who did that?
Inquisitor Lavellan.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer, or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
What have you heard about me?
They say Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade to battle the old gods for the fate of the world.
I've heard very little about Duke Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed-up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I saved the city of Redcliffe and brought the mages to order.
Saving dog lords and bringing their beasts to heel is hardly an accomplishment.
Really?
We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Yeah, you're gonna die this time.
He insulted my honor. I want him dead.
And this, Marquis, is why one must always be courteous to one's fellow guests.
I actually tried it one time. I couldn't believe.
Someone be a dear and clean this mess up.
Actually killed him. Her
We can't have
hair
him
is
cluttering up
working.
the dance floor.
I see
I'm
the
delighted you could attend this little
pieces
gathering.
hanging out
I've
of
so
her
wanted
hat.
to meet you.
Her hair never works in
Allow me to
Skyhold
introduce
Haven.
myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Can you get away with killing a nobleman like that?
He attempted to draw his weapon, unprovoked, in the presence of witnesses. Duels are not fought in the drawing room. By Chevalier code, his life was forfeit from the moment his hand fell to his hilt.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. But the faithful flock to your banner, pinning their hopes on you to deliver them from chaos. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Is your interest in the Inquisition Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
Aren't you charming? It's professional, of course.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
You don't care much for the rebels, I take it. Are you aware they've been offered an alliance?
With proper guidance from the Inquisition, I think my colleagues will return to their senses. Surely they will have to realize that their rebellion endangers everyone.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the... I support any effort to restore such order.
Are you devout?
I was the chance... Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well... And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Where does she get? It doesn't act like she gets, like, mad. Or does it show disapproval? Yeah, warp me back to Haven. I wonder if she's standing in the ground. Wonder if I'm gonna fall asleep. She is standing down there. Destroyed by darkest menace. Hello, you still gonna complain to me? Or is now when you complain? Oh, her hair mod works this time. Yay!
What a fascinating life you lead, my dear. First you fall out of the Fade, then you're attacked by an archdemon. If you wanted more public attention, you could have just held a ball.
I did it for attention. Don't make jokes now. I'll try that.
We've just been attacked. Try to take that seriously.
Oh, believe me, I do. You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
For every person I saved, 2 more were cut down. I failed them.
You haven't failed them, my dear. The men and women who fight for you gave their lives for a great cause, and they fought to the end. The rest still fight, and you will fail them if you give up now. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first, and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
Yeah, she got mean. Okay, talk to these.
Hold and declare, Inquisitor.
What do you mean?
I ask your intent. I was summoned to oversee training,
There's
and I would know my
curly elf
charge.
mod.
I am your commander in this matter. Commander Helene.
Okay, that's the bun one. I was wondering about the ponytail one. This is the bun. So is that the one the girl at the crossroads or whatever had?
Thank you for coming, Commander Helene.
Commander will suffice, recruit. I teach the skills of the Knight Enchanter. It is a rank. It is a life. Understanding its hierarchy is the first step. You already know this. You were not made Inquisitor and then taught to lead. I will teach you how to rise to your place. How to join your warriors, spectral blade in hand. How to command the ranks while standing beside them. Are you ready?
Commander is a title I associate with human forces.
Knight Enchanter has roots in Elven tradition, but it has utility in every tradition. There are no borders for the mage who wields a spectral blade. There is respect, and there is fear.
Who granted your rank? What forces have you served with?
I cannot say.
Then how do I know you're capable?
You know because I have told you, and I will teach you the same authority.
Tell me why this would best suit me.
I cannot. Only you know if you are fit to lead with more than maps. Do you have the mettle to raise a blade in grand melee? To have your presence make heroes of your charges? This is a path for leaders. You tell me if you are worthy.
I'm ready to learn what you know.
Then we will begin the simple steps, recruit. And we shall see what heights you reach. You have a task, a simple construction. Go, learn, and return. Soon you will lead from the front. Soon you will command.
Okay, shut up already.
Inquisitor, I heard a tapping. My skills are required.
And you are?
Speaker Vios Anaxas. I have come from Navarra as a voice for the dead. Welcome them, and they will serve your cause.
Excuse me. You speak for who?
The dead. Many assume that they have misheard. I am of the Mortalitazi. We tend to those who have passed and revere their lives by honoring them in death. And when the living are threatened, we give the bodies of the dead physical purpose once more. Necromancy, Inquisitor. The dead will serve for you.
You're saying you can bring the dead back to life?
Of course not. The souls of our departed cross the Fade to be with the Maker. The body is left empty.
Then what is it that you do?
In the Grand Necropolis, we would usher in a displaced spirit of the Fade, eliminating imbalance. But this is war. Every battlefield has one thing in abundance: death. I turn the bodies of enemies into weapons against them. We do not manipulate the living. We make use of the dead.
You're a mage who manipulates life. How is this not blood magic?
Blood magic consumes life. It tears at the living to manipulate and destroy. It is a cancer among our kind. We honor life by venerating the dead. We give their mortal form purpose. In combat, perhaps only for a few moments, but that is still more than they had. More than opposing you normally allows.
Tell me why this would best suit me.
It is not for everyone. Yet we all reach beyond life.
No!
You have already killed many out of necessity. To stop a death is wasteful. Death can make allies of enemies. Death can rend the battlefield. Death can...
Oh.
Don't you want to terrify? Fear means there are fewer to fight next time. Fear means lives are saved, if that is your concern.
What's wrong with this thing?
What is Immortalitasi?
We are the caretakers of the grand necropolis of Navarra. For the treasured relative, we usher a spirit of the Fade into the void of their mortal form. It honors them both. But when enemies threaten the living, we turn death into a weapon of war, instead of merely the result.
I'm ready to learn what you know.
Then your journey begins as others end. The steps are small, but vital. There is instruction and veneration. Then you'll return. We shall see what this life holds for you.
Hello? Yes, hello. I am your trainer.
Yes?
I am your trainer.
You said that.
Good, because it has been a long journey. The cause is just, and if we don't start soon, you won't have time to learn. I am your trainer.
Makeup is too much.
You seem a little scattered.
It's nothing. I'm just a little fatigued. It's nothing. Thank you. I was charged with studying the breach and the subsequent rifts to discover how they affected traditional disciplines. I was enthralled. So were the 19 others, I presume. They're dead. They learnt the power, but couldn't wield it. Rift Mage Inquisitor. The forces are incredible. And with training, you will be incredible. I know how not to die, and I can teach it. It's incredible.
The rifts were triggered by the breach. There's already a school of magic.
A school? No. Yes. Sort of. The holes in the veil flooded us with magic, and that can be used. It changed some rules, modified them, enough that the careless inverted themselves, old forces in new forms. Others will try, their results will vary, but you will have the best instruction. Because your trainer has already taken the risk. The price has been paid.
You didn't mention your name.
I am your trainer.
That isn't a name.
It is what I am. I try very hard to remember that much. There is so much else to keep in mind. Understand, Inquisitor, that I have learnt it all very quickly, so you do not have to.
Who charged you with studying magic from the rifts?
The Mages Collective. I did not just say that. Yes, I did say it, and we're proud to help. We are nimble, we could move quickly and commit people to this rift magic. Many people. Their lives made it stable and safe. We're very proud.
I am your trainer, and she's up close. Just funny winged eyeshadow.
Tell me why this would best suit me.
You are the Inquisitor.
And?
You deserve power that casts your enemies aside with the abandon of a creative force, crushes them with your very will. That is the promise. Who better than you? You are the Inquisitor.
Very well. Show me how this should go.
It goes places you have been, and some you have not. That is necessary. So the price is not paid twice. Follow the instruction, and you will know the way. You'll understand the power. Then, I'll show you more. After all, I am your trainer.
Spice of room, so you gotta talk
The
about
soldiers make me nervous. Sitting around here, tempers get short, and fighting. I saw one soldier reach for his belt like he was going to draw a dagger on the man he was arguing with. It was lucky he'd lost his dagger, or there'd have been more than a bloody nose.
Apologies, but the court...
He'll
It
have
wasn't.
any requests and the
Disease,
associated
maybe.
billing when
didn't
it is
see it.
appropriate.
It had...
Lord Inquisitor, Bonnie Sims at your service. I trust good secret was not too coarse. Now that you've come to some good fortune, you deserve an upgrade. As master of the tradesman, I stand ready to supply your every need.
Who or what are the tradesmen?
A following of sympathetic and profit-minded individuals who promote local craftsmen and fair importers. A guild of sorts. Although that implies counter-affiliations we are not interested in crossing. Our purpose in the Inquisition is legitimate and honorable. You will have what you need at honest prices.
It's a shame Segrid didn't survive Haven.
It is, but one must continue.
That's it?
He was a shrewd man, but he was none too pleasant. It was time arrangements were made. I shall make every effort to prove that this is an upgrade.
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
What you need, and more. It takes great coordination to make a remote location seem central. While there is no doubt the boutiques of Valroyo display the grandest of the grand, they do not travel. At least, not yet.
Why are you a mere merchant if you're the master of this group?
I wish to avoid the suggestion that I am a posturing commander atop a structure of malcontents. It is better to remain active, hands-on. Do you not agree, Inquisitor?
We'll speak another time.
Certainly, Lord Inquisitor.
My glowing spirit.
Our mounts have never had better. Perhaps Master Dennett will join us now. A space like this needs an expert.
Have to do all the quests. A lot of people have ponytails, so they got mods. I haven't installed the hair for that position.
Thanks for my life in Haven. You've all sorts serving now. If that means change, so be it.
What?
The spiderwebs help stop the bleeding, and they prevent wounds from getting infected. Gather as many as you can. The strangest thing, though, I can't recall where I heard that. I think I remember a young man.
Oh, yeah.
You knew where Hawk was all along!
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit!
You kidnapped me! You interrogated me! What did you expect?
Hey! Enough!
You're taking his side?
I said enough!
We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. First, Liliana and I searched for the hero of Ferelden, but she had vanished. Then, we looked for Hawk, but she was gone too. We thought it all connected, but no. It was just you. You who kept her from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawk would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy...
Varric's not responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
I was protecting my friend.
Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawk most, Varric kept her secret.
She's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
Attacking him now won't help us, Cassandra.
Ha! Exactly.
And you better not be keeping anything else from us.
Ah, I understand.
I must not think of what could have been. We have so much at stake. Go, Varric. Just go.
You know what I think? If Hawk had been at the temple, she'd be dead too. You people have done enough to her.
I believed him. He spun his story for me, and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand. But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawk. I'm such a fool.
What if you hadn't believed him, and you tracked Hawk down?
Honestly, Hawk might not even have agreed to become Inquisitor. She supported the Templars in Kirkwall, but she had so many enemies. I could have been one of them. But this isn't about Hawk, or even Varric. Not truly. I should have been more careful. I should have been smarter. I don't deserve to be here.
Well, I missed the flirt. Why, they don't have a set rule for that anyway. Sometimes you have to pick the question, and sometimes you have to pick the flirt.
Have you looked at our Inquisition, Cassandra? We're all fools here.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
More at home, maybe.
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawk or the hero of Ferelden, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. You're not what I'd pictured. But if I've learned anything, it's that I know less than nothing. Something is troubling me, Inquisitor. Leliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed, Templars going rogue. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
I'm not supposed to be that much
We can certainly look into it.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor. And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
May I ask you about the Chantry?
It is difficult to... They have not. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most.
Do you really...
Andraste had a dream for us. It can still...
So what should...
A If we are to spread the Maker's word across...
That's not...
Does it? They need... A chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
Will the Chantry replace Divine Justinia?
They will try. Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new Divine. Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with her at the Conclave.
So what happens if they can't agree on someone?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long, the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
If they do choose a new Divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember? And even if she would, I do not know. It would depend on what type of divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new divine could expect such obedience now.
I'm surprised you rebelled against the Chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Thank you.
Squatting down. And you two.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Camera close up. Can't focus on him.
I've got no problem with normal magic, but Tevinter goes beyond all reason.
I know, right? The Vints are always pushing. Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time, I promise.
I'm dressed the same. It didn't change my clothes.
Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the Conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. He doesn't talk much.
Hey.
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori, or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon.
No!
I don't sing the chant of light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink. I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option, but a few faces might help.
Stop doing this. See, the thing is, there is an off. But it says, when running a game, set to priority or alarm. Why is there an off? I don't want things under.
You made it sound like you didn't like the Inquisition.
People don't always tell the truth when you're polite. You've got to poke them a bit.
Those two soldiers might think you're an arsehole.
So?
It was good to get their perspective.
Yeah. Sounds like we could use an easy win for boys like Tanner. and vets like Mira have seen enough to be wary. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
Except, am I wearing my clothes? Of course not. Well, I gotta check that.
Thank you for Haven. Less so for Redcliffe, but I am committed to serve your worship.
Committed bachelor, I hear. Shame.
I know.
Away with words. We are honored to serve. Oh, Bells, it's you. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served. But I will rise to... She continues to serve. It was exhilarating.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Just rumors.
Not so standards. That'll guide the dragon right in.
By the time it's caught.
Cassandra's calmed down. I think you can take your hand off your crossbow.
Define calm down for me in terms of who or what she's punching right now. I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
I bet Cassandra regrets how things went back there. You should talk to her.
I appreciate that you're trying to keep the peace, but things between me and the Seeker are as good as they'll get. I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
Definitely falling asleep here. Turning off recording.
Better and better. What can't we do in a place like this?
Where'd you learn to...
No, it hasn't upgraded. Speed double. Yes, I'm suddenly gonna fall asleep. Suddenly, right? It's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. that I haven't been to bed all night.